December is today, and to welcome you. Several names, but just before that, I would like to remind you that this show is sponsored by D Rides. Is one of the best rides in Turkana. Currently, they are offering delivery and transportation services. If you want to go anywhere, ukiwa within the Turkana County, what you need to do is just to call them, and they'll be right there. Actually, they operate like a VIP, kinda, but their charges are a little bit chini. So, usiangalie mfuko once you complain and you feel like you cannot be able to afford it. What they do is you give them a call, they come pick you where you are, and then they go and just in a secure place where they normally park their cabs. So you don't need to worry about that and any other thing. Also remember that this program is sponsored again by Turkana County News Online itself. It's part of it because this is a different show, Turkana Weekly show. And Turkana County News Online is helping us be able to becoming a portal to where we're going to send to reach you people, and I want to appreciate you so much for that. So, and I think that is it. So for today, we're going to have a very intense kind of conversation, and part of the conversation that we're going to have is something that basically is going to touch on several issues that has been happening in Turkana County, and we are going to dig deeper into it and be able to analyze. And in terms of what you think, maybe you can be able to give us your opinion, your ideas. What do you think? And what was the reaction? It's actually about the analysis of the situation and be able to give your own view. No answer is wrong. Maybe where we are, where we've been, where we are, and where we are going. I think that is one of the best things that we can be able to do. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I want, you can share the live, share to friends, invite friends to join us, and then we can be able to start the show. But just before that, let me introduce one of the most amazing person I have with her in the show today. Actually, Nani will be coming later. If he comes in between the show, he's got some gari komea mahali. So they're trying to fix and then he's going to come. So basically on that, let me introduce to you one of the most amazing lady. I don't know if I should introduce her because she's the one who introduced me to the mic. The first time I appeared on the microphone and be able to speak, she was the one who introduced me. Much that I was given some other mali pengine nilikuwa napatiwa makazi zingine, but she just picked me and she said, so far you can do better, you just come join me. Raw kabisa sikuwa najua anything about media so far, and she was able to mentor me through the time that I was with her. So siwezi kumintroduce, she can be able to introduce herself because nikianza kumintroduce, I'll find some mistake because I'm feeling a little bit like not level to introduce her. Karibu Triza, it's been wonderful having you with us today. Actually, we've been thinking with the PK about having you in the conversation because you're all a package of everything. When it comes to discussions about a particular thing, you are always there. When it comes to activism and everything, you feel passionate about it because I know you're passionate about so many things. And at the same time, you are a media practitioner and one of the best because you've mentored so many people I cannot be able to mention. So, Karibu, it's wonderful sitting with you again here today.
Okay, I'm Triza Kachila, for those who don't know me. I'm a media personality. There's a difference between a media personality and a media practitioner. Okay.
I say.
Okay. Triza Kachila from, I'm a radio journalist. That's where I base mostly. And maybe something that I can add there, they know me as a radio Mama Lau came because the likes of Safari, the ones that I introduced to media. Now you're the media practitioner.
Yeah, and for us, I invited you to my show after you met me.
Karibu. Asante. This shows that the work of my hands, work of my hands, people can see how things are going on. Radio is good. I'm passionate about radio, and being a media personality, that means that automatically you are a human rights defender. Yeah, automatically. When you enter media, just know you're a human rights defender.
So you're bringing out what people...
Yeah. And then, so far, I think I told you this one time that, however, the story, no matter how good the story is, iko na side mbili. There are those who will say congratulations, you've done a good job, na kuna wale watasema huyu amelipwa. Amelipwa tuchafulie jina, tumalize kisiasa, hata kama si siasa, nani huyu amelipwa. So that's media for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And
I've been in this game for...
I know, for quite a while.
Yeah, sure.
And
Years and years.
I'm passionate about it.
Sure.
I don't think if you ever have a mind of maybe changing career in time soon, you will not have, even if you offer something.
I can't.
Because you're always passionate about it.
Yeah, I can't. Ningekuwa nilichange kitambo sana.
I attended the show sometimes back in Akija, and you used to run two shows, I remember. Actually, you used to run two shows. You used to run another show, Bongo, and then the Vibe show. And then after she met that, she just told me, so Safari, I'm handing this to you, and I want you to perfect it.
You are too much with your English, and I'm too much with Kiswahili. I love Kiswahili. You love English. Hata saizi ni ile natumia ile ya kulipwa.
Gani ya kulipwa?
English ya kulipwa. But of course, I'm comfortable with Kiswahili.
Sawa, thank you so much. So Teresa is here with us, and I'm so much happy because you're going to have a very serious conversation. And part of the conversation that you're going to have ni about Bongolore preparation. That is now on I think tomorrow, that's Monday. Tomorrow we're going to have our Turkana Cultural Festival starting here in Turkana County, and basically it's going to be at Bongolore Center. So I'm very 100% sure that we're going to have a large number of people attending the function. And then, so what we want to know is about the preparation of the festival, what is expected, the preparation, the expectation of what is going to come, and maybe a little bit of complaint, because I've seen it actually happening online. There are some around 2 or 3 complaints I've seen online about the same. And so we are going to do it because it's something that is coming. We are also going to have a conversation kidogo about our friend. On social media, we had one of the, how do I call him? What is the right word? I don't want to use a word that can... Okay, let me use the word content creator. One of the content creators, that's Zaldemori. Zaldemori actually is doing a wonderful job. Let me first of all commend you for that. You're doing an amazing work. And then alikuwa kwa social media, and then he was just saying, I'm going through 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you're going to look deeper into it. And if there's someone out there maybe would feel like it's a good way to, who knows? So we are amplifying it in a way like it can be able to reach so many people, and then we can be able to see the way forward, the channels and everything. We're also going to have a discussion more about, kidogo about KJSEA. Yeah. So mambo na shule nini and everything. We are going to have the ambulance versus traffic police conversation. The reason why tumeweka katikati hapa is because we don't want to boil things. Teresa is here, and she's the one who amplified the story and later online, and then there were a lot of reaction. Actually, really caught the attention of so many people, and people were giving. And you know something funny? Something funny is people, the way people were commenting or the way people were approaching to the issue. And one person asked me, so you're writing this, and then Teresa is going, and I was like. And I even told the PK, I told Teresa is not the kind of person who, when it comes to discussion on that is it. When it comes to opinion, it gives her own opinion as an independent, like this is how it should be done, and everything. So Teresa is here. We are going to get the story, the ambulance that happened somewhere, ilikuwa na mgonjwa, and then ikasimamishwa for some few minutes, I don't know. So then we go. Then we are going to have, tomorrow we are going to have Bongolore Nini Festival, and then there was some chants that were had in Lokchogyo, about the 10th term, the 1 term, we are going to have a little just discussion about it. We're also going to have a discussion about Mama MCA Ruth Kuya. Alisema kuna mtu anataka kukata kichwa yake. I think Alafu akasema ati kichwa yenye wanataka kukata ni ya Yohana, ile kichwa walikata ni ya Yohana Mbatizaji. Sasa yake na nani wanataka kukata. So yeah, so we just looked at it. It's really funny. Alafu kuna the NDM report about anger, starvation in Turkana, measures taken by the government. How is the government prepared to make sure that they are able to tackle the issue that we are having and that we are going to face, or maybe that we are facing right now, because there were divided leaders about the issue. We are also going to have a discussion about the Article Leaders Council, which was signed on 11th. So kidogo. And then the last one, we're going to have security at Nakwamoru, Lorogon, Julu, Nakaptir, Namakat, goes to Pokot, Loya Part 2 in Loima, Lobe, and Kotaruk, Turkana East. Between Lokori na Peitom, yeah, kuna mambo kama. So we're just going to have a discussion deeper about it, just general about it. So we also want to hear your comments. Tunataka kujua your comment. Alafu ulisema there was also something about the KEDSIA. Kama kuna mtoto wako ambaye ame perform vizuri and you want to celebrate the kid, we want to be part of you in this kind of in this hour, because this is one of the moments that will make a kid feel proud after all the years she's been waking up early in the morning, sacrificing a lot of things, maybe a lot of all that, and then she or he able to manage na achieve what the kid has achieved. So we want to celebrate the kid. Later
because all of them will transition to senior school.
So hakuna mtu anabaki. So tunaenda kuangalia kidogo about it, maybe some bit of career nini, the grading wherever and all that. We're also going to see the percentage about wale Waturkana versus other places. And I think Trisa is more into education. Is going to explain to us deeper. So I'll just sit down with my papers as follow the same. So thank you so much for joining us, and we are so much happy. You can share, you can comment, you can do whatever thing you want to do with us on this comment. And remember also on this show, we are open. You can give us your opinion. You can give us your comment. You can give us what you think. What do you want to say about this show? Because this show is purposely built for you, created for you. So your idea, your comment, your opinion matters to us. Whatever thing you're going to tell us, that is exactly what you're going to do. So thank you so much for joining us. My name is Prince Ofari, and karibuni sana. Tobonglore preparation, Trisa.
Yes.
We are having a preparation. I think Tobonglore has been happening for quite a while, since the first mambo ya devolution ikikuja, and the first one was under the leadership of the former His Excellency Governor Josephat Koli Nanok. And I think the first one ilikuwa held in Kanamkembe Primary School, if I'm not wrong. And then
I say it was one of the best.
It was one of the best. Sure. Alafu we had the second one again. I think there was another one that sijui kama ilimiss. I'm really sure. I haven't followed up deeply. Yeah, so all the nini mpaka saa hizi. So Trisa, we are preparing for Tobonglore.
It's starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
15th, it will run from 15th to 18th. I can say it has been affected kidogo with the postponement.
Yeah.
We call it postponed to the other one. What?
Yeah.
Kuna something like that can make people not to go there, or it can affect some of the things. But business people will always be there.
Yeah.
They are very ready. They are very ready for it. And then it should not have been in December, because most people have gone for their holidays. We know there are the NGOs people here and all that. So this is the vacation time. It should have been earlier. So I believe that the attendance will not be. That is my opinion. Yeah, I don't expect the attendance to be.
But I also think, I think the major reason that the festival was, I think, kept on, like, the dates kept on changing, is also because there are people when a festival actually accommodates also leaders who are coming. So who is the significant kind of leader who is going to come to this function? Yeah. So as much as we are having a conversation, as much as we are having a festival that is a Turkana festival, but who is the key person? Who is the invited guest? Unajua. And for this, this is my assumption. I'm not really sure if that's the case, but I think initially I even shared, I think they were trying to work with the schedule, the president, because the president is one of the invited guests for your function. And I think because there was a function in Loyangalan also, so he had to go to Loyangalan and some other activities. Okay, not really sure about that. Hiyo mambo ya program yake.
Of course, that is.
But unajua mwezi run nini? You cannot run. Yeah, you cannot run a festival without you having a significant kind of person, because that's what is going to blow. Watu wakidance, wakicelebrate. Who is this person going to attend? because
and then there are things maybe they are waiting for the president
to say
promises and all that,
na
of course,
kufungwa.
and that one will be a mileage for those in UDA, the political figures and all that. But now when we come down here, I just wanted to highlight that it is also affecting the attendance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's affecting the attendance. On the preparations, I can also talk about there are some people who have complained, suppliers and all that they weren't paid in the previous ones. So there are some contentions also about Tubonglore on
Issue,
that.
yeah.
So
kuna
that
wale
one
watu
is
wanasema
also
kwamba
going
they
to
still feel uncomfortable because some people who did the service or deliver the services or all that, they have not been paid.
There's some who have not been paid. And also something that really need to, especially to the political figures, something like this. I think you've seen that one from Luo. Luo festival, and it is starting at the same time, 15th to 17th. Ours is 15th to 18th. And you've seen how their leaders have come out in large numbers and all that. You see, always compare Turkanas with Luos. Wanachania kitu kidogo tu sana. So their lifestyle and all that. So I expected most, I don't know why our leaders are always against these cultural festival. So kipata huyu anakuja, the other one anapinga.
I think
and especially saizi vile tuko na hii story ya there's drought, hunger and what I know there's that thing that is going to play that like we are going to celebrate yet our people are languishing in hunger, in poverty, in what. So kuna ule anakwanga ile side nyingine. But this is a time like this, but we need I'll just ask our leaders to put their differences aside and then come together and showcase. Now this is collectively for the Turkana people. Si mtu mmoja. Ni kuweka hizo difference kando.
But I also think most times these are the opportunities where politicians want to show how powerful they are at some point. You know, when you look at politics is something that there are a lot of things that are hidden compared to what people see on the public.
Sure.
Unajua, like whatever thing the politicians are showing on the public is much different from what is happening behind the scene. Understand? Because you can find the same politicians who are fighting in public are the same politicians who are having a discussion. They're having a discussion behind the
well,
in
us,
fact, they
the
give each other.
Think that
these
they
people
hate each
watu
other.
wanachukia. In fact, you create an enmity between one another. The public create an enmity between one another. But at the end of the day, you realize that these guys, they're having even deals together. You know, they're having deals. When you knocked me the other day, and ay bwana, wait for
like huwa ninasema it's something like I always say ni kama mchongo ano. Ni kama wanapigiana jioni simu and like uliona leo
you knocked me bwana today. Yeah. And you know the people here outside here, they are
tunaichukulia very serious, the public.
Passionate.
Huyu ako hii side ya safari, huyu mwingine ako hii side, but wenyewe wanapatana, they joke, wanafanya nini. You find that their children are intermarrying and all that. Sasa sisi hapa tuko kuwapigania.
And
their life goes on.
And that one brings the topic that we're supposed to discuss uko chini. I think we can bring it up here, where now with the Lokchogyo issue. There were some issues that happened in Lokchogyo. Okay, we are having a Turkana cultural festival, and the Turkana cultural festival is inviting, like it's for everyone. As long as you are in Turkana, you are invited. If you are in another country, if you are in another county and you want to come, you can still come and attend because it's a Turkana cultural festival, and it's open to every single person. But now the problem in Lenyo umesema ya kwamba now who is coming? The president is coming. So it's supposed to be something that everyone can attend, regardless of the difference that you people are having.
Sure.
You know, when you have the difference, when you're focusing into building something that you know it can be able to benefit the community and the people, so the best thing that you actually need to do is to be able, okay, let's put our difference together and concentrate about these things. For example, if you're fighting with your partner and a kid is sick, or maybe a kid finds a problem, labda ameanguka chini or something over the stairs or so, all of you will forget the difference, that all of you are rushing towards the kid. You leave the difference.
Or when a guest comes in,
and then like
hey, we were just discussing about you now.
Discussing na mtu side moja imefura. Like what happened here? Alianguka kwa stairs akienda kwa washroom. You know, that's all we should also focus much into putting the difference together, because since the political temperature that we are facing, there's been a kind of a political temperature that keep on rising of recent and dropping. And I think that thing is being transferred slowly into the event that is coming, because I look at it like there are people who, there are leaders who look at Turkana Cultural Festival as something attached only to the county, the leadership of the county and everything to the county, you know, is not part of them. But they forget that they are Turkanas, and this is a function that is such that has always been there. It's here, and maybe even a leader who is going to come at a change jina, but still it's on the document of people. Festival. They should put their differences together and let us build these things. Let's make it successful, because their effort, their idea, their mind ikikuja together, it can be able to even convince the people.
It's just but now Turkana to the outside world.
But now when you try to okay, I don't want to use the word sabotage. When you try to not make it happen the way it was supposed to happen, the best thing you can do is, if you don't want to attend, then you keep off. You know, that's my opinion. If you don't want to attend, you keep off. But you don't have to sabotage it in a way, or do it in a way like it feels this thing should not be there.
Yeah, because we can show, you might become the governor, and then you'll need others to support you. That's the most thing that that people forget.
So when we look at it, let us focus much into it. And then that one brings it to the issue. There's a video that circulated online. And I think that video is, we could see the video the way it was happening. A great person is coming. It's expected tomorrow to come. We expect, as the people of Turkana, the leadership of Turkana, everybody, the person, okay, let me use the invited guests who are coming. I don't want to be specific. The invited guests who are coming to this event are going to be part of us. Some of them are going to give us ideas. They're going to give us maybe, like maybe the president atupatia a certain kind of project. Okay, I'm going to do this. And when we bring it together, it's going to help us be able to get that what we want. But now when we find it divided, it makes it worse. There's a video that really didn't do well. And initially, when it circulated online, it really brought a lot of division between the people. Because when we have this event, the event is coming. Why don't leaders sit together? Okay, you are from this area, the other one is from this. You are from political. You are from a different political party. But now let us come together. Let us build this one. It is for the people of Turkana, and then we are targeting. Let me tell you, Trizan, so even if someone is hard on you, or maybe even if someone is not your friend, but if you know this person plays a crucial role in this nini, it's okay. You just say, okay, let's just see how things happen. And no. So the video that circulated was really, really very, very, very tough, and we looked at it, and the way you do it, like you keep on sending people. You're sending investors away. You're sending the people away, because already there are people who would want even to invest in Turkana. They want to come to Turkana and invest in Turkana, map Turkana and everything. That video is actually about, I don't know if you can be able to play, but shortly we are going to play the video. Now, there are also ladies who have complained about the Bonglore thing. I think maybe a bit of
been a high limited. Tumezoea sana. Some, even when you for those of us who always go there, you'll find that most people always wait for this. Ndio wewe inakuwa imejaa kabisa, because
like nimeonanga hata musicians wanasema ngoja siku ya Bonglore, and siku ya Bonglore they are always there, people
time for modeling.
We've not even seen musicians having issues like before. Time kama wanakuanga nani ataenda so we are having a case, you are having a case, we are
taking like the youths have been left out, especially kama ni modeling, nona ina take that part 20 to 24 there and all that, so most of them have been left out. Hata mimi naona kwamba si poa.
But
modeling has been
by the way,
highlighted.
you can tell us, do you know any reason why maybe the models have not been, I think ni models peke yake, models na watu wengine. By the way, I don't know, why do you think the models have not been included in the part ya nini ya Tobongolore? Can it be financial issues? Can it be planning? Budgets? Can it be planning? Budgets? Okay. Sometimes if it goes to budgeting, it's normal. You can want a function, a function happen.
Because and they need to be paid. They also need to, when they are, there's that period that they take being trained and all that. So it also needs budgeting. And, there's a lot of budgeting. But if there's anyone who advised that modeling should not be there just for cutting costs, I think they did. Yeah, but I think these are always the opportunities. This is the highlight. This is the climax of the cultural festival. And you can imagine, we will not, if we're not going to have, it's not going to be that good. Time. I'm going to shine, yeah. And then we're going to see maybe the young upcoming models attending the function and maybe doing amazing, and then getting spotted and into the limelight when appear, and they go, because I've seen young ladies. I've seen. Actually, if they can do something before, if they can do something before the 18th.
But now, kama ni budget issues, then it's a little bit difficult. Unless a decision. But we don't know. I don't know. You can just give us a comment on the same. Let's get the comments. What is the reason why the models have not been invited? Actually, have not been included in the Turkana Cultural Festival. And I don't know if the other video is ready. I'm told the video Turkana North is ready, so we're going to have a team playing the. Let's play this. Now, that is the video. The bigger question here is, the politician stood and he was trying to show people, we expected these people to come to the function, and there's been an issue in imefanya now the public, or maybe the setup of the people who are there to be able to react like that, or maybe respond to that. By the way, in politics, that's not a bigger thing. In politics, that's not a bigger thing.
But remember, see, I want to UDA. These politicians are from the UDA side.
I think, but I think
honorable.
I think it's the reaction from the public.
Yeah,
it's what we are
that's
concerned
what I'm saying now. These the politicians who are there.
Yeah,
it was
let's just generalize. There were politicians there. Yeah, that's the right word.
But now, as they were saying, UDA one time. You see, the president, we're expecting the president to be touring here. So, as politicians, especially from UDA side, from the UDA party, they should have mobilized their own people. This is a message that these people are sending. Unless they want to go to another party. Yeah. Because if this is what is going to happen when the president is around, there was no good planning.
It's not even about the issue. I think the major issue, that video was played somewhere in Turkana West. Is it Turkana West? Yeah. So the director named that the clip was from Turkana West. But now this is how I view it. Yeah. This is how I view it. We had the by-election happen. we had the by-election happen. And when the by-election happened, we had the result of the by-election. Of course, there are people who won and there are people who did not win, which is a normal thing to in politics. It happens. It's either you win or you lose.
Sure.
And when you lose, you go back on the drawing board and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? How do I fix? Is this do I need a political party, a good political party? Do I need finances? Do I need 1, 2, 3, 4? That is the major thing that you need to do. But now, after the by-election, it seems like there's been a recurrence of the same emotions, the same emotions and the same temperature towards as it goes. Towards as we keep on going. A good leader, or rather maybe a good leader who is supposed to be there, should be able to see, okay, the politics is done. We are now going towards, okay, living the life and having the cultural festival and all that. I think that wasn't the right way. Be it a leader, alikuwa hapo hivyo, be it nini, because it's not political time. We are not doing campaigns. What we are doing is we are trying as much as possible to sell what? The Turkana Cultural Festival. And it's not about the campaign time. When campaign time ikikuja ukisema ni 1 term, 0 term, 10 term, that's still okay. It's time. You are allowed to say what you want to say. But now when we try to bring it in that way, and the video has already circulated, and I'm very sure I may reach the key people, you know what that means. It means now, even if someone would alikuwa na ile the deeper part of his heart kusema, okay, let me go listen to these people, because this is an opportunity for me to go and listen to these people, and now I am here, and now these people have already shown some bit of ego, then why should I go? You will always be desperate on someone who supports you. Utakuwa desperate because you know this person can be able to fix 1, 2, 3, 4, and when this person gets an opportunity ya kukuja area yenu, then basically you just have to say, okay, let us listen. We can have different political ideologies, difference in political parties, nini, that's okay. The last thing, okay, that is it. But I know one thing, that clip has nothing.
I've always said, if you know that you do not support someone, why should you go to their meeting?
Because you're not part of them.
You are not part of them. You should not go. Wait for your kumi bila break. Whoever you want, your party, and go there. If you don't subscribe to a certain party, you
don't even need to appear there.
Certain leader, political leader, don't go to their meetings. But if you are okay, you are neutral, you want to hear their agendas and all that, just go, shut up, and listen. And then when you come out of there, you say, I don't think I liked his agenda. Just keep quiet. Wait for another one and listen to them. Than just chanting.
Is it, Lisa, I've worked with a politician before. I think you know. And there are things I used to discuss with my boss, who was by then a politician. I was a peer to a politician, and we would sit down. We would have a discussion.
Yeah.
After the honorable has delivered his speech, tumemalizana na hiyo siku imeshaisha hivyo, we used to always have a review of what has happened at the end of the day.
And do a postmortem.
He used to be tired. He was like, let me just go home. Like, can we go through 1, 2, 3, 4? Unajua? Mwambie mheshimiwa, okay, this place he didn't say well because this and this. You know, this place has this, so you need to restructure the words and everything. Okay, someone can be a little bit maybe low in terms of the positions or something like that, but the ideas that they can be able to give you is whatever thing they see on the crowd. Unajua? Now, this is what is happening. That clip has nothing, because it's not about what people say, it's about what people do.
Sure.
Unaona? So even if that clip was as a result of the by-election was a do thing which people did, and the result were there. So this other thing is emotions inakuwa pelekwa into it, which has nothing. And actually it's not even the first time maybe unaweza pata hiyo. Kuna zingine nakuanga even worse than that. But let us learn to understand ya kwamba time ya politics ikifika, let us play this in a political way. When it's time for us to be able to develop Turkana, and we know this is the only opportunity we have to have our specific or 2, 3 individuals to attend this, and they're going to help us, let us stick to it. Kukua divided, kuturn into nini, you know, because I'm sure even these people don't even know what they were saying. Probably Probably, I'm saying
Yeah,
probably. I'm
sure.
not saying I'm not saying they don't know what they said, but probably they didn't
Watu
know.
wametumwa.
You know, and then there's a little bit of the words that someone can be able to instill into someone. If so and so comes, you need to say this. If Nani comes this, you say this. Unajua? And then these people are driven by that because they know you as their own leader, or maybe they know you as their team leader, or because they know you as a community leader or Evo. And then because they give their trust kwako, wanajua kwamba whatever thing you're going to say, that's exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah, and what I can remember I saw somewhere, kuna wenye walikuwa nataka mtu mgeni ya kwamba Turkana West MP, he has done, is it 3 terms? Yeah.
3 terms, yeah.
Yeah, 3 terms now, he can go home. He has done his 15 years, he can go home. It was somewhere.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, they didn't have anything negative about
him. They just want him to go home.
If there's nothing
You see,
negative, see, you should continue.
You see,
there was nothing, something funny, there was nothing negative that Epuyo has done this badly or this negative thing, but they just want him to go home.
You know,
so that one can be inaweza kuwa ni mkono wa mtu. Inaweza kuwa pia ni mkono wa mtu. Play pale just to kumwambia wewe.
They don't know to be like akifika, you just say
this or just say.
Even politicians do that. They don't speak directly. They use some words. By the way, Teresa, if you go through the social media and you're able to see the comments made by people close to maybe a particular candidate, you can be able to vividly see isi ya ujamaa. This is not his comment. This is not his English. This one amecopy mahali and then ameweka hapo hivyo. So basically, it's not about the decision of a leader to make. It's about if people feel kwamba maybe I think it's time for you 1 2 3 4, it's good. But again, if people wakipata ati umemaliza 3 terms, so we just want you the 3 term, yeah, 3 term. The 3 term sounds a little bit weird, not like the 2 term 1 term thing.
Tumesema 2 term kumi bila break, 1 term.
Am I saying the correct way?
Wako unashinda 3 term hujasikia.
So if people decide like I think it's your time to nini, most things that a politician should do is to be able to strategize himself. Even in politics, that's what you need to do. A politician should always have a second option. Even when you go to politics, usiende politics ukiwa tu na kichwa yako
yote. Utapiga nduru, uliona set panyako ile side nyingine.
The guy, and then he was interviewed. Asubuhi anasema ati uliona machozi ikitoka. So the guy was playing, okay, emotions will talk at that time because you are losing it in front of everyone.
Na of course umetumia pesa nyingi.
So
that guy alimwaga pesa, si jokes.
So you can be a good leader, but you know, people get tired at some point. Just like the way people got tired with Moi. If you read the stories, they got Moi. They were chanting, Moi must go, Moi must go, Moi must go. And then Moi went. And then after like, hey, Mzee was good. And then Kibaki came.
Yeah.
And then it was there. There were a lot of nini. Then time.
Na kuna ingine, it's not that you are bad. They like in some areas they'll just decide to chuck you because you are not in the party that they want.
Yeah.
But you are a good person.
You're a good person.
And the others that will decide, no, we are not going with the party shenanigans, but if someone attend at independent, kama ule wanyali, we are going to give them.
I think there was also a time in Turkana tulikuwa na MC alienda independent na akashinda. I think that was in 2017. Epe Mwakalokola. Yeah. The team is telling me ni Epe Mwakalokola. Yeah. Imagine mtu unaenda tu independent na unatokezea. So inamaanisha kwamba you need to build trust in people. You let people believe in your work, and you let people see what you can be able to do. So that even if you are in a place and people tell you like, mheshimiwa, we feel like right now here, you just need to move a little bit. Just move a little bit. But now ukisikia machance naanza kukuja, you are tired. Sasa kama umesema very good. Najua it's funny. Atiyepu has been there for 3 term. But he has not done anything wrong. We just want him to do it.
But aende tu. It was funny.
Aende wapi? That's some of the things they should tell. Mheshimiwa aende wapi? Aende akue ambassador ama aende akue
ama wameona song ya kuwe governor, senator. So unajua pia yako na timelines zake. But for the politicians, I just like him because of his emotional intelligence.
Is a kind of
emotional intelligence yake iko juu sana, and that's what most politicians lack.
if you study, okay, let me give you, this is my observation, it's not nini.
Hata mimi ni opinion yangu.
Vile nafikiria tu.
Mimi pia hiyo ni opinion yangu.
You see, let us go deeper into rating the politicians of Turkana in terms of who they are, what they do. Not what they do, who they are. Tunataka ku study their
character.
Their characters. Ukiangalia mtu kama like you said nani Epuyo is a kind of diplomatic person.
Yeah.
He's a diplomatic. He has to think. He has to get facts.
He doesn't rush into things.
Alafu he wants clarity. Alafu he wants things iwe. Now I am here or I'm doing this and then I want to move to this and I'm certain like hivyo. Unajua ile the structure. And that structure works mostly. Okay, I think he's been a teacher before. So I think you're not the someone is saying something different here. Not the lessons, not the lessons. I think you're the experience, the teaching experience yenye amekuwa nayo, or maybe the class time yenye alikuwa nayo imemfunza things, doing things the right way, the clear way, hivyo. So and even if you have a conversation with him, maybe triggering him, it takes time. It takes time to respond. He looks at it. It's like, okay, I'm going to look into it, and then he has to go through it. Now, if we come to Nabwin, we are MP, my good friend Nabwin.
Turkana North.
Yeah. Nabwin is a kind of guy. Nabwin is tough.
Yeah.
Nabwin is tough, but Nabwin is slow, and it's kind of guy pendangi ile like you say this, I should say this, you say this, I should say this, unajua hivyo. So if you study him, he's kind of a slow person in terms of responding to negativity, to all those things. And that is dangerous for a politician, because someone can say something that goes viral within a minute and it destroys you completely.
Yeah.
Unajua. And we go to my friend Ariko, my lecturer, alinifunzanga university. Ariko is a fighter. Ariko is a fighter. But I've never seen Honorable smiling. Mheshimiwa sikuja tu siku moja hata usmile. Ariko is a fighter, and the fact remains ya kwamba is an opposition leader kwa county initially, especially the combination yake na the combination between him and Nabwin.
Yeah.
They used to work well because now Nani Ariko is a fighter, and Ariko is kind of guy who tells you we are going to pass through this road
na tutapita.
Unajua. But now he needs someone mwenye anaweza balance yeye. Unajua? Like hapana mheshimiwa, you know, you're passing through this path, and sometimes you might find some, you know, mamiba, you know, you need someone who can be able to like, okay, this is it, evil. If you notice of recent, it's changed, not like before. There were times Nabwin was so straight. Ariko was so straight. Honorable Ariko was so straight. Ariko was a kind of guy who knocks hard, like, okay, Nivo, let's do it, evil, instantly. But Nabwin is kind of a strategic guy. He looks at it, okay, that is it, and then he goes, and then it happens, like, So he's a silent guy, lakini pia anafanya vitu yake chini ya maji, and then the results zinapia.
Sure.
Ariko is tell you we are going to do this, and then it has to be in public. Whatever it comes, ni boil. But again, you also need people on the other side, which was a great combination between yeye na Nabwin. I saw ni kama walikuwa salimiana mahali, so hivyo. And much about Central, I'm not going to comment about Central. Allow me not to comment Central, but I can comment about the former MP, Lodepe. Lodepe is a soft guy. Lodepe is a guy who wants to fix. Of course,
he's a church guy.
Ni mtu wa church, so he's emotional. You tell him something, he's like, so what do you do? And okay, let me check 1, 2, 3.
Nataka tuachie Yesu.
And you know, and then in politics there is no morality. That's one thing. Because siasa hakuna morality. You want to be nice to someone, you want to explain to someone how things are. Hapana. You've not believed it. I love these people go.
Ukislap each kubadilisha hiyo nyingine hapana.
I love these people lie. These people can lie in a public camera. Let me tell you. In a public camera, in an open microphone. And you will believe it. You understand? You'll just believe it. That is
you see, politics, you need to be ahead of your opponent.
Yeah.
Na kama ni kukuja tuseme like you have to an interview, you need also to be ahead of your interviewer. I've never had a chance of interviewing the president. Mtu natamani sana kuinterview ni the president. His emotional intelligence iko fiti. He will not walk away from you.
Yeah.
But ako mbele yako. And that's why he took Hussein Mohammed as his communication officer. And that's what most politicians lack. Kuwa na communication officer mwenye atakulead vizuri. One, you're going for the interview. What are they going to ask me? Leave alone about the names, where you went to school and all that. Swali yenye communication officer anafaa kuishughulikia sana ni what are these side questions? Ni wapi nimechoma? Ninaenda kuulizwa. Hizo ndo vitu unafaa ujipange nazo, ukwe nazo tayari. So you find that you are interviewing a politician and anachemuka, anaboil mbaya sana. Anakuachia microphone anaenda.
I always love when nikisikia the president ako. Okay, of course, of recent I also love to see Riggy speaking sometimes. But I always love when initially when singe miss interview a president wakati when he was a deputy president. You will walk into Nini. And there's one interview.
I loved him since he was an MP because alikuwa anakuwa interviewed in Sayares, alikuwa MP wa Tarbo and all that constituency. So I just used to love him because he's always hizo questions umepanga. Yeye alishapanga. He knows you are going to ask.
Aliyai kuja 9 and Hussein Mohammed was the one interviewing him. And he was asked a question. I can't remember the question. But I remember the answer because the answer came from him. He said, Hussein, do you think alimwambia in your mind, do you think mtu anaweza fanya vitu kama hiyo? And for real, if you say no, I don't think, then you're right. Ukisema yes, I think, then you just have to explain. Unaona? So
he will always evade the yes or no. You see, sometimes when interviewing you want
the yes and no
like,
answer.
Mr. President. This is an open question.
Yeah.
It's a yes or no. Is it? Anaanza kuambia, oh, Mr. President, kindly answer my question. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Anarudi kwa background. I'm giving you the background and then I come and then he's wasting your time. Una decide.
Then you are done.
Wacha niende hiyo question nyingine. After all, those who are watching know he's evading this question.
Yeah.
But ana smile. He's smiling. He's doing what?
He's not running away. He's facing it, and like, that is it.
Safari, do you want me to answer that question or no? Yeah, I want you to answer. Then that's what I'm trying to do. Man, take like 30 minutes. No, kumbuka, you have other questions. Yeah. You have to ask. You need emotional intelligence.
Playing with your mind. Kuangalia kwanza what you can do. And that happens in politicians. If a very clever politicians knows if I step into this interview,
in a trap,
I know there are questions they are going to ask me. 1, 2, 3. That has to come.
Kuja umejipanga uko mbele ya.
And I think that is so for issue ya nini,
they need to invest on their communication officers.
Yeah, especially when you're kuna wale wa PR, kuna one
wale kumwambia ukweli.
Now one thing that politicians are lacking is one, and I'll be honest with you. I worked with a politician and I used to tell him raw information, and I think at some point tulikuwa tupatani kidogo. I think hatukupatana kidogo because as your personal assessor or maybe as your communication officer, what basically I need to do is to give you the raw information from the ground. I need to give you the raw information. Now the question would be, how do we do this? That is the most important thing. Because you've already brought the problem. We have the problem. But now you being part of me, how do we solve this problem? That's going to be an issue that we need to sit down. And of course, if you have a problem, definitely you have an answer, a way out to get out of the issue. Basa ukiambia mheshimiwa about this, ground unapata wale wanasemanga, ground inakupenda mheshimiwa, ground yobon.
Unataka umwambie kama hiyo ya juzi mheshimiwa, expect kuna one time chance. Zitakuwa ziko.
Yeah, of course, that is it.
Mwambie, I have an intel. Kuna one time chance.
Of course lazima utani.
Ndio yeye anasema unamwambia ajue there's an intel, ujue wanaenda kuchat one time. Usiboil, how are you going to counter this? Hiyo ndio kitu ya muhimu kabisa.
So you need to focus and you look at it. Now that one is done. Wacha turukeruke can we now hiyo mambo ya KJSE kuna wale watu wameshatuma nini, I cannot be able to access my nini,
hakuna wenye wametuma.
I can't see the stream, the nini. You can send, we want to celebrate your kid. Kama mtoto wako ampata nini, hiyo nini, you tell us. Now let us go to Turkana. No, let us leave Turkana. No, let us finish with this politics kwanza. Iisha kabisa. In Turkana, was it where? In Loima?
No.
In Lokriama. In Lokriama, I love that mama.
Mama ni moja.
Mama ni moja. There is something I love about her. Mama ni moja is like an ex. You can't avoid. Okay, you don't want the ex, but you still
ako kwa maisha yako.
Kwa maisha yako.
Ni baby mama.
Unapita hivi kidogo unaona alikununulia certain perfume. So
it's anajulikana than all the others.
Imagine. That is something that ilinini. So and ali learn strategy moja. And she was in a position, if she wasn't contributing in one area, she was appearing in another area where she understood that she's best treated that. Now in a small issue should magnify into a big, like an itumia in a good way. So there is a video that she was in Lokriama during the Jamhuri Day. That was yesterday.
On Friday.
Yesterday, the day before yesterday. And there were speeches that were given. And one of the one that caught, you understand now, the one that caught us, you call yake governor na yake was the one. In fact, yake na
hizo hao wengine hata mambo yao yakumbuka. So
the mama ni mmoja went and claimed something. We didn't get the video ya the other side. Yeah, if really alleged alisema, yeah, it's like the MP Honorable Nambwini once is anataka kichwa yake na nani na Esther. Ebu acha tuwatch hiyo video alafu then we come back and comment on the same.
Mimi Esther. Sini kisungu bwana anataka kisungu yenyewe. Ngoja nimalizie. Mimi na Mheshimiwa Esther tunatafutwa kama mbusi. Tunatafutwa na MP wa North. Anasema anataka kichwa yetu. Na kichwa ile ilipeanwa ni ya Yohana. Sasa sisi sijui ni yake na Abrahamu. MP, kama ulianguka kaa tuende mbele. Ama mimi bado niko na mission. Ukuje UDA. Naambia Kashagwa. Wewe Goliasi. Siku yako ilikwisha. Na Kindiki alikuambia siku imeisha. Na Goliasi
now that is it. That's the video. Enye mama ni mmoja alisema ati nani anataka. Let me play that part again in a good way so that we can get it.
Kichwa ya
wawili Lexon. Mheshimiwa Esther inua mkono. Sisi tulitumwa wa mama wawili Lexon. Mheshimiwa Esther inua mkono. Tunatafutwa, kichwa yetu inatafutwa. Baba Laitani Benabwin anatafuta kichwa yangu. Na yeye alienda kwa mission yake, yeye alienda ya ODM, mimi nikaenda ya UDA. Na tulienda kutafuta watu.
Unasikia? Now with that comment anasema Nabwin anatafuta kichwa yake. Yeah, in fact kichwa yake na Esther. Alafu walienda kwa mission moja kutafuta, of course ni kutafuta votes.
Kutafuta kura.
Able to scare. Now that's if you are very good at analyzing a study, you'll get to know.
Mimi nikafaulu, nikachukua bendera kwa sababu mimi ni serikali.
Yeah.
Wakasema sisi tusipopata MCA hatutasimama tena kiti ya gavana. Na unajua ulimi wako walaani, ulimi wako
there is a word that I want. This other ni minor too, but there's a word that I want.
Nataka kuambia MP wa North, rudi usimame MP kwa sababu ulikiri na kinywa chako. Na ulikiri kama wakubwa wa ODM walikuwa. Ukasema nisipopata MCA sitasimama tena governor. Na Mungu alisikia na aliandika.
this is now the main point of the whole story. Leave about what she said. Yes, sasa ndio the main, alikuwa anataka kutuma agenda fulani kwa mheshimiwa or to the public. Na now this is now the statement.
Tunatafutwa kama mbusi. Tunatafutwa na MP wa North. Anasema anataka kichwa yetu. Na kichwa ile ilipeanwa ni ya Yohana. Sasa sisi sijui ni akina Abrahamu. MP, kama ulianguka kaa tuende mbele. Ama mimi bado niko na mission. Ukuja UDA.
Now, that is the word. Mimi bado niko na mission, ukuja wapi? UDA. Now you understand, Mama ni moja has tried, she's good at capturing the attention of people.
So and she has captured.
Captured the attention of people. Because literally, do you think Atina Buin will go at kichwa?
Sasa inakuwa Abrahamu na yeye ni Ruth.
Because now unajua literally people will take it literally, and then there are people will be like, oh, maybe the mheshimiwa has bad intentions nini. But unajua, this is words that are being used in politics. If you can be able, every word that a politician says does not mean exactly that's the word. They normally have some hidden messages wanaituma through that. Like the way this mama ni moja anasema ati kichwa yangu na nani natafutwa. Basically it's not about the kichwa thing. Because that's how maybe people will think. I don't know what you think about it.
Okay. Well, one thing I love about mama ni moja, I think uliza tu MC yoyote yenye ni mwanamke, yani tu mtu yoyote mwenye ako Turkana County, mama ni moja lazima atatajwa. Kwa top 3, not even top 10, atatajwa. So one thing a politician, ukijua kwamba unaingia politics, siku ifai kupita kama uko kwa mdomo ya watu. That's one thing. And that's what mama ni mmoja ameperfect.
Amejua kwamba now this is where I need to work
anaenda na anajiambia nikipatiwa tu, if I get a chance to talk, I must trend. If not for a week, for a month.
Do you remember again there was a time she said, what did she say? There was a word she said. There's a word that will trend. I don't know. There's a word. I think we'll get that video to Nini.
And here, if you look for it.
Oh, she said, now she was commenting on people who are busy posting on social media and trying to maybe ridicule her or maybe say a lot of things. And she said, ati unasema mama hajasoma, mimi naona. Unasema mama sijaanda degree, mimi naona. Ujasema I don't know mama did what and what. And then she was like, siwezi kukatasa. Ukikatasa kama mtu anapenda WhatsApp, ukimkatasa atasija atasikiaje? Kama mtu anapenda TikTok na nini, atalalaje? You know, she is using some funny comedy to be able to send message, and people are listening to her. Unajua? So every time she comes to public, people would want
it's like she's changing the lemons into lemonade.
Amekubali
anatumia hiyo. Turudi pale tena kwa president. When you start things like Rono Kasongo, what you remember alienda kwa wanafunzi wengine afa akasema mbona gani mnataka? Ama Kasongo. You see, he's using it for mileage.
And people don't know the moment they
when he has a new name, vile Githinji imekuja, nimesikia mwingine mara amesema nini umeamua ni Githinji. Yani like he's using it, he's not like anakasirika because of all this. Anaitumia for his benefit and for mileage.
I think even the governor just alikuwa ameitwa Mokorino. Was it Mokorino? And now the social media walikuwa wanavalisha the governor na political walikuwa wanavalisha the thing,
the turban.
The turban thing. And you know, nowadays people have gone away from really emotions. They're like, why did you mention me about this? There were days when you mention someone, you just receive a call. I think a friend of mine.
Sasa zingine kitokea hivyo watu wakikwambia hivyo kuja kama umevaa turban. Hivyo as in you've silenced
and
them.
The social media. And then it went, haikukuwa na so nini impact. And some people take advantage of that to nini. Do you remember the word ya tanga-tanga? Tanga-tanga, the way it came? And you know, it just gave mileage because imekuwa static.
Unachukua and you run with it. Mama ni mmoja. She decided also to play the gender card. If you can, kama umekuwa kwa media muda mrefu ama nini, gender card hapa ameicheza. Alafu amejaribu kumuonyesha as in tulikuwa mission moja. Ulikuwa unatafutia UDM kura, sisi tulikuwa tunatafutia UDA kura, na tulikupiga kwa hii game. Umeona ni Ruth and Esther. Response ya Nabwini imekuwa gani?
I think alisema ati nini? Muendelee na something.
Ni just true vile umetoka kusema character yake. Amesema yeye hamjibu, yeye hanini, yeye wacha endelee kutumika.
But you know, now coming into that is now if you look at it as a politician, you can ignore. There are things you can ignore. Okay, there are things you can ignore to build. I don't know what's the right word.
Ama ni to retract alafu ndio kuje vizuri.
There are words. There are times you can ignore something to avoid destroying what you're planning or maybe what you're doing. You can just, okay, wacha ninyamaze. I don't need to answer that. But again, there are times when someone mentions something, you just have to face it. But now, kwa hiyo nini, and I think even Nani is also responding in there's a way these people are meeting. There's a way these people are getting along. If you notice, hakuna hatred hapo hivyo. There is no way you can stand and start Nani accusing, Triza accuse you of you at wanting my head. Unajua, Galia, inamaanisha I can be comfortably talk about you because this is politics. It's only about the other people who feel like, okay, this is an emotional thing, so we just need to carry it with your heart. But for him,
ama alipata kitu mahali akasema, tulijaribu lakini yani ni wamama wametushinda.
Now one thing people didn't realize is, number one was when Mama ni moja was saying ya kwamba Nani wanted kichwa yake na Nani, she actually maybe never meant that ilikuwa ni kichwa yake. Do you know what? There are words that we normally use even kutukana. Atubori alogo yako literally means da kukata kichwa. Na kukata kichwa does not mean literally kukata
pana.
Like I am going to make sure kwamba politically I am stable enough to make sure kwamba you do not appear or maybe I face you out of politics. You understand? So that is the words alikuwa anatumia. But now Mama ni moja realize na alijua vizuri maybe the word that was said, if he said, I'm using that as a result of the clip that was played. Mama ni moja also being clever akajua kwamba now okay amesema hivyo now what do I need? I need to use this opportunity to make sure kwamba I am also very, very important and I appear relevant and I appear strong in this occasion. And that's when I came to the public. And you know what that Mama has done? Mama ni moja is a very clever woman in the concept of she has dragged the war to the court of the public opinion. Unaelewa? So I'm a drag the war to the court of the public opinion. Now the public has to be emotionally feeling it. Like, does Mheshimiwa have something bad with Mama? Does nini? And then hapo tayari amesha trigger. Tumefeel, tunaangalia is it true nini tulienda huko nini. And then he winds up with niko na kazi mo, the one I told you. Toka huko kuja nini? Tukuja UDA. So now we understand this is all about politics. So if other people were literally serious about it, just like the way Nani had said in the previous Nini Lesuga nomination, alisema kwamba I think I don't want to speak, but in my thinking about what Nabwin alikuwa amesema kwamba nikisimama sita nini. Do you know those are strategies nini watu wanatumianga? People use strategies in politics to be able to convince. Now, maybe given that
kama sita produce MCA,
like you people from my area, if you people don't vote for this person, then that means you don't have confidence in me, and I'm not going to go ahead to take over the leadership. Do you know that's now what you call the emotional? You're seeking. Okay, it's not emotional manipulation. You're manipulating people through the emotions, because now people are attached to you. People feel you stay with them. If you don't do this, then namaanisha kwamba I have no future, and so we play the sympathy kind of I think. Yeah. And people didn't understand because evil. So the contestation of people 2027. Now the bigger contest of the whole thing. Number two, it was I think because of the ODM thing that leadership in ilikuanga hapo like okay this one can I think I even shared it on my Facebook poster about this can also be an issue between the Rico Namoit versus the Nabwin, because they are also getting along to have a candidate in Turkana for the position of the governor. So maybe the ODM might have thought like if Nabwin is going to win on this, then we might reconsider of looking at him like okay fine, we can think about now negotiation. The negotiation. Labda walikuwa wanasema kwamba maybe Rico should have been the gubernatorial candidates for Turkana, alafu Nabwin maybe would be the deputy. I was trying to contemplate that, looking at it in a different angle, but nikaangalia if these guys were together inge alafu maybe with other people inge hard to the nini to the nini. So that's where people are getting nini contest differently, because we look at it normal way. But literally literally mtu anafika kwa in politics people can say everything. People can stand and even say Triza wewe uliiba pesa when you are working in a kitchen, and we know that. I stand on an open microphone. Tiza, wewe unasimama and you stole money from a kitchen. That thing was kept swept under the carpet. We have the details, we have, but we don't want to destroy you. We don't want to destroy you because we don't want to make you look bad.
Now shall destroy.
Now, you've already destroyed because you've already told the public what she did, of which ni uongo. So by the time you're coming out now to clear the evidence, people already have doubt on you. It has already sold na imeshafika kwa public. So by the time you're trying to say, pana, mimi I did not. So you are busy defending yourself in the public. The guy is busy campaigning akiendelea mbele.
No, unakuwa nafaa to market your agendas.
That's what unaona in politics. Someone attacks, alafu ikifika the other side, the guy just responds with one. And then he goes. Yeah, like you don't need to spend too much time trying to defend yourself. If you keep on defending yourself every single minute, then you're not going to move forward.
You're not.
It's about it. I think that's a strategy Nabwin is also using. So anasema endelea kutumika, just as simple like endelea kutumika ndio. If so is amechanganya mama ni mmoja with someone mwenye anatumika na unajua now that is a strategy.
Sasa tunaweza kutafuta huyu anatumiwa na nani.
The same way with na mheshimiwa Nakuleu versus the governor. Let me tell you, if you look at 2027, these guys are going to come together. Looking at my thinking, the Nakuleu is going to work with the governor. My thinking, sijasema it is going to happen like, you know, I'm trying to compare, okay, they're all in Duda, nini, and everything.
And that brings us now to Mufti
and Moha.
Reconciliation.
What is your opinion on that?
There are no enemies.
Do we have that
in politics?
Yeah, okay.
There are no enemies in politics. Politics, unangalia ni wapi utakula.
Yeah.
Ni wapi itakupatia kiti. And that's where the coalitions zinapata kujengwa. Those who are enemies today, or those who are enemies in 2022, you'll find out that they are making coalitions in 2027.
Yeah.
Utashanga even the brigade Rigiji mwenye atakuwa naunga mkono utashanga. Who knew that the president will sit near Baba? May his soul rest in peace. Nani alifikiria? So politics is wapi nitapata mileage.
Yeah. And how do I use this opportunity?
Strategy. Where am I going to get numbers?
And that's why I said politicians always have clever politicians always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to contest with Tiza, and if I don't, I have an alternative of making sure I get through this. And that is why I think it happened with so many candidates wakienda into politics. When they go into politics and they fail, now they seek into nomination positions.
Yeah.
And even some leaders right now, they are not contesting because they want to win an election. Unaangalia ni jokers wengi. They don't want, it's just that they want to be considered maybe in the next government, or maybe in the next leadership, or maybe in the next setup
and
of political party, so that you just keep on doing what? Keep on being relevant. And that's dangerous because you're wasting nini. If you can spend, okay, that works well in a political party, because if you can invest your money into something, of course you also need maybe a reward. Now back to Mufti and Nani. I want your comment there.
Sasa hapo kwa Mufti, that's why I've told you there are no enemies in politics. And someone will say anything kwenda, but tunaona sasa kama hii kuna kidogo ili backfire na akaona inaweza msumbua in 2027. You see, as much as you're supposed to say anything, ebu imagine, especially like kwa mwanamke, hii unajua sasa ilikuwa imetoka like it was alikuwa anaitumia ka backfire, ilikuwa inakuja like hiyo tribal ilikuwa inataka kuonyesha, and then this the alikuwa analeta ile the Somali community and all. Unajua alikuwa anataka kuonyesha hausi wa hapa nini. Of course alikuwa anataka kuleta kwa lightly, but ika backfire.
Yeah.
To some extent aliona akiendelea na hii afai kuplay card tena siku nyingine. I think he has learned. So in politics unafaa utumie nini yote. Someone will come like you want to, like for example, especially in men, you want to take this one as your MP. This person does not have a family, so how is he going to lead us? Yet he can't even lead a woman and all that. Kuna ingine ilikuwa ya Joyce Lane from Coast. Iko kwa poa, by the way. Like you want this woman to lead you. Unajua hapo MPs hao wamefika place hata wanawake wanakuwa MPs, si bado tuko chini sana
Bado.
So and then
But no,
a man stands out and say you want to pick this lady and yet she can't even have children. Imagine this someone who is struggling with them. Inafikia wapi? You see, even if
hey, that's so deep. That's so deep, huh?
And then this person went ahead and said, you see, she was doing surrogacy.
Yeah.
Because amejaribu everything. So surrogacy ni ile you use another woman's womb for you to have kids. Huyu mtoto ni wako because wamechukua from your egg and then your husband and then sasa unaambiwa kama hata huyu kuzaa peke yake hizi za anasaidiwa. You see, kuna nyingine inafika mbali.
I think
even if ni kujaribu sasa unaona anataka anataka to use this person instead of the agenda nianze kuja kusema no, you should not talk this way. You see, na sisi tunajua mambo about fertility surely hata kama ndio kuchukua mileage na mtu wako.
I think what people need to understand,
but politicians should sasa you need to have a thick skin.
When I was working with the cable,
because a man who is single need different with a woman who is single in politics.
Yeah.
So mtu akikuja anasema huyu kama aliacha na bwana haizi hata tengeneza boma yake.
And unajua people are looking at the outside. No, if we can have I don't want to use attack. If we can have I'm so cautious with my words because I always speak huwa naongeanga, I can talk to my friends the way I talk maybe I can use some word, but you don't need to use someone's situation, unfortunate moments, especially mambo na maugonjwa, mambo na okay, I think fertility whatever.
But in politics expect anything.
But unajua hata nani, I think hata nani it went two way. Let me tell you something. This thing is low on Mufti. Hata Mufti ku apologize, I think he just wants to make peace with not with people because result itokezea. But what Mufti did, Mufti kama if at all the candidate wa hiyo place angekuwa ameanguka, Mowa angekuwa amechukua, let me tell you, Mufti angekuwa kwa shida.
2027 ingekuwa mambo mengine.
Mufti not really at 2027 because now the guy maybe you said a word on is already in power. So what does it show? And then you can imagine the kind of the confidence now people will build on this person mwenye ulimuattack and then he was able to come back. Now that's number one. Number two, okay, the winning part ilienda into two things. Mostly things happen in politics, Triza. There are words people can say in politics but they don't mean it. So it's up to you. Unaona kama ile akichwa tukata kichwa. So I know as an old mama somewhere in the village. Now if that thing is translated into Turkana, balana bwini ai adhaki ako na Mama Ruth kuya. Do you know that nini does not have an explanation the way we can explain it Turkana and in English and Swahili. Hakuna, inaenda hivyo na hivyo. The question would be anataka kupeleka kichwa ya mwingine wapi? That would be now the next question. Unajua, it's not about the way we were taught in school about nini, you don't know, extracting some words in literature nini and everything. So mama ni mmoja alikuwa anatumia literature pia na the other way if that happened. So I think kwa Mufti at the end of the day it was only about I can say a slip of the tongue because that was not a speech he was giving. It was a campaign.
Mimi naona ni strategy. Sioni kama ilikuwa slip of the tongue. Ni strategy.
It wasn't a strategy. It wasn't a strategy because it was a slip of the tongue. If it was a written speech, of course angekuwa anasoma.
But now premeditated. Ni something ali premeditate.
But now, okay, inaweza kuwa una
but kwa politics inakubalika.
But now this is what happens. Do you know if I see the candidate is very strong, I'll use whatever means I can to make sure kwamba yani umeunderstand, like you use all possible means, like okay, weakness yake ni nini wow, and that is why and then
study the
culture, problem is
and also study the culture of the people. I'll give you an example. Wakati tulikuwa kwa yes and no ile constitution back then, I remember honorable the late PM Raila Odinga when he was going to he went to a Luya community and then kuna kipengele kilikuwa kwa that constitution about there's just something that children are equal,
Yeah.
boys and girls. So they should inherit properties from their parents.
Kwa sababu wameenda.
So vile fika kwa Luya akasema, kwa nini mwanamke inherit? Kwa nini? Yeah, kwa nini mwanamke nini girls? Why should girls inherit? Si anaenda kule huko kwa bwana. Alichukua the cultural context. Unataka kuniambia yeye haja inheritisha watoto wake?
Of course lazima.
Sasa ali-read mood.
No, yeah, that is it. So hata kwa nani if you see Mufti, most of his friends are Somalis. Do you know that?
But sasa kwa mudi hapo, mileage yako, mudi hapo ali.
But sasa ni ile, I know you are my friend. Ni kama nikuambia saa hizi Triza, do not vote for Triza. Triza ni mweusi. And yet mean in black. But now I just need something yenye ina sale kwa public. But I mean, do you know that? Because looking at it, the way the apology, if you see him, the way he was talking, he was trying very much to sell the campaign thing. But now, on the apology was more like, if you see, the apology was more real, because it was coming from the heart. He felt it was like, oh, you know, and I saw it. Like the apology was real, ilikuwa real.
But in politics,
but sasa
your opponent.
Lakini sasa unajua the reason why the Somali thing became a little bit bigger is because kwa sababu ya now ile mambo ya communities should not be able. I'm really trying to find number Mufti. Sorry. I'm really trying to let me try to see if I'll find him on call. Go forwarded. I really wanted to have a conversation with him, how things went, but still the same. So that's how politics work. But let us not take politics seriously as it is, but let us be cautious with what we say, because it also matters. It's something we are going to be accountable for if something happens, because we can be tunaweza kuwa we don't mean anything, then in a blow out of proportion. So the next thing, let us go Trisa now to your issue ya gari ya police ambulance.
Nirudisha kwa ambulance.
Kwa ambulance. We had a post made on social media about an ambulance that was stopped by the traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happened. A traffic police officer stopped an ambulance. And in the ambulance, kulikuwa na mgonjwa. That is the information that we got. Of course, unajuanga ambulance na banga wagonjwa. And then there were reaction like the mgonjwa, the ambulance was stopped and for longer than I think 20 minutes. That's what I got, for 20 minutes. Now the reaction was, the complaint was, this was an ambulance carrying a patient, alikuwa anampeleka Eldoret, but at the same time, the question was, why did the police stop the ambulance for 20 good minutes while we know a patient alikuwa pale ndani ya gari? Definitely, if you see a patient being transferred from Lodwar to Eldoret, that means that issue is a little bit complicated. So that was the issue. It was now between the policeman stopping the ambulance versus the policeman doing his work. Trisa, I read your post, and at some point you're so angry. Sure. Let me be honest with you. In your post, you're so angry. Because I could read a comment where you said, even if you defend the whatever, I was, oh, Trisa is so angry. Where?
Yeah, I was.
So I looked at it and I said, it's okay. What happened?
Let's find closure today.
Yeah, and I love that. And I love that. By the way, that was a major reason why.
Let's find closure today. Whatever happened, okay, accident ilisha happen, ni hivyo. I was called, unajua utaambiwa nini, watu wangu wameingia hapa usiku, and then Saturday, of course, sasa nimeambiwa, nimeamkia pale.
So the incident that happened, ilikuwa attached kwa wako specifically kabisa?
Yeah, it was attached to me.
Okay.
My engineer and also a colleague ambao walikuwa wanafanya naye kazi pamoja, walikuwa wanatengezea mast ya Turkana East. Yeah, so mnajua joke mbio tuko covering the whole county.
Yeah.
Yes, so tunajikaza kucover the whole county, and saizi neza simama and say a joke covers 3/4 of Turkana County. So unajua tu place na kwa lazima ikwende the number 1.
Hiyo vile umesema joke hivyo, that is hiyo ni 10,000. Umefanya
sawa, kuna check watu wangu wataandika hapo.
Sawa, basi wamesema msikie joke FM watalipa. Okay,
just came. Anyway, most people know I work there.
Yeah.
So Ni hiyo tu mambo ya frequency and all that. So let's skip all that bit tukuje kwa reason. Nimeachilia ambulance. Actually hata si mimi ndo nilikuwa na ambulance. Nimeachilia ambulance because it was supposed to carry 2 people. Imebeba a friend, a colleague. And then ikabeba na the wife wa the patient ama yule ambaye alikuwa victim. Kuna wale ambao walikuwa nasema pia, let me clear, ambulance iko na place ya kubeba mtu mmoja, patient mmoja ziko wawili. Ikiwa ni wote wawili, ambulance itatoka 2. So tumachilia ambulance imeenda. Sasa naleta hii story now. I've gathered all the story and I have the
because
story.
we need to know the story.
Then driver of the ambulance reaches Kalemorok. So unajua siren iko on because he's going to MTRH. So when he reaches Kalemorok, the siren is on. Wakati anakaribia hiyo roadblock, still hakuna mtu anakuja kufungua. Akajua nyinyi, inama the other side, skip the barrier, and then akaenda. So the whole thing actually is about flexing muscles. Who is who? So huyu, because amehepa barrier.
Okay, so he stopped the ambulance first. And then these guys were not...
Tuko Kalemorok, tujafika Kainuka.
Okay.
So wakati alifika Kalemorok, siku na ile barrier pale Kalemorok. So ameka siren, of course, kabla kufika pale.
How long did the Kalemorok nini lisimama?
Haikusimama Kalemorok. So what I'm trying to tell you, Nick alifika Kalemorok hawakumfungulia. Yani ameka siren but hako anafika hapo bado hujafunguliwa. So there's that information that I gathered, even nilikuwa ninapata. Unajua after hapo there are so many DMs nilipata, even from other ambulance drivers, ya kwamba watu wametuzoea. As in uko kwa ambulance umeka siren but unafika kwa barrier hawajafungua na umebeba mgonjwa. Unajua kuna hiyo pressure. So hawafungui barrier. They take so long. Mwingine hata anaangalia simu polepole akifungua barrier. Sijui ako TikTok kama wako wapi, wanafungua tu barrier vile wanajisikia. Sio mnaona hata tukienda kusimama ukiwa na PSV. They take so long. Nini ndio angalia huko na huko ni hapo watu tunasema wanafanya kazi yao. But this is an ambulance. So the guy akajua si hivi mmezoea, akabend.
Akaingilia.
Akaachana na barrier, akapita kando, shui akainua. So wale wa huku wakapiga simu mbele kainuka.
So he came akakona wafungui kwa barabara, he came as
akapita shui. Iko nini? Yakaenda.
I love that iko nini. We are coming to that. We're going to have a discussion. And I think
now he was stopped at Kainuk. Tell us why. And then sasa wakeka mambo mengi ambaye baadaye it was they came to the Ministry of Health, walikuja kurealize no ilikuwa uongo. Walikuwa wanajaribu kumwekelea vitu, sijui amepita na barrier, amepita na those stop signs and all that, but walikuja kujua akasema yenyewe ni vile tu alini. So tulikuwa tunajaribu tu like kuweka stories kwa mob. So Kainuka akasimamishwa.
Okay.
Why didn't you stop? Why didn't you wait wakutole hiyo barrier? Akamwambia kinabeba mgonjwa na condition yako si poa. Mimi nimeweka siri, nimefika hapo bado hajanini nikabend. So please mniachilie niende, and because lazima nitarudi barabara. If niko na makosa unishike. Akamwambia no. Huyu akaenda kafungua. Even kuna wale walikuwa kwa shuttle nyuma, wengine pia wameniandikia SMS. Akafungua.
Who opened the nini?
The driver came and opened because walikuwa wengi. Ni kama sasa wamejihami wewe utatu.
So alifungua hiyo ni
alikuja akafungua nyuma. No.
The ambulance.
Yeah, just to come and see the patient, and these are the files I have for him, the work ticket and nini. But sasa ule mwingine amekataa kabisa. Even wengine hata walirudi nyuma akasema, unajua ukiona vile tu ule I think ndio ilifanya hata nikatoa hiyo picha. You saw the way that guy was. Yani hata mwenyewe ukiona unasikia woshe. Watu mwingine hako anasikia woshe. Amekuwa mkali. Mpaka wengine wanasema no, just let this guy go. Anasema no, he must tell us why he didn't. Ameonyesha mgonjwa and all that. So kukawa na hiyo
can see mama Safari is calling his son.
Kujibizana kukawa na hiyo altercation ambayo ilikuwa pale, and then the last wakaacha people like, do you know walifungulia shuttles zipite? And then shuttles nyipiteni. Acha huyu kichwa ngumu tukae naye hapa.
So they stayed for how long?
No, it's about 20 minutes. Of course ukiwa na mgonjwa wako 1 minute ni 1 hour. Of course ukiwa na mgonjwa that 1 minute counts.
Because I saw the picture of the police officer which was posted online. and there were a lot of mixed reaction about that. So, do you think the police officer did the right? No, not really. The driver did the right thing by kupita.
Yeah, it was right. Kulingana na situation vile ilikuwa, to me, wacha sasa mimi niongea pale, it was very right because wako na right of way. Ambulance iko na right of way. Baada ya vitu yote tulitafuta pia sisi closure. Ambulance, kuna zile gari ziko na right of way, ni ambulance. In fact, hata kukue na presidential motorcade na ambulance iko pale, presidential motorcade ataachia ambulance. That's a fact. In other areas, kitu ambayo imefanya ambulance ikasimamishwa ni kama wameshuku inasafirisha labda drugs, aliens, nini hivyo. For records zenye ziko hapa county ya Turkana, tulienda hata kwa county commissioner. We need this. Je, kumai kuwa na ambulance kufanya vitu yoyote nyeni? Akasema haijaikuwa. So unaona hapo it was just flexing. Okay. Muscles.
No, I got it. Got it. Now that was the issue that was the issue that we had. I don't know what's your opinion. We still want your opinion.
Acha tupate.
Let's drop up.
Yeah, can get the.
I don't know kama
the opinion.
Acha nako niulize huyu nani aniangalie nini simu yake. Alafu nituangalie. But
so
now
that is what happened.
That was very bad.
And then imagine kusimamisha and you've been shown huyu ni mgonjwa.
Sorry for the patient, But Teresa, let's now talk.
Yeah.
That's why we are here.
Niko hapa tuongee.
Let's talk. The reason, okay, you ilikuwa sorry, alafu looking at the way the patient alikuwa na harakishwa, of course definitely if you see a patient being taken to a Moi teaching and referral hospital.
Actually anaweza fanywa like 3 surgeries.
So that means ilikuwa unfortunate thing na it's so sad. And it's not a good thing. But let's all look at a different angle. Let's look at the angle where let's stand at the angle of a police officer. Tumesimama kwa angle ya patient. Let's stand on the angle ya police officer. You're a police officer. You are a traffic officer, and you are making sure kwamba every single vehicle, anybody or any goods or anything that passes through the border or any other area has already been imechunguzwa and is already clear and allowed to nini. And the fact that the ambulance carries patients, we know ambulance is of course made for patient, does not guarantee the fact that ambulance in a carry patient does not give a clear 100% kusema ya kwamba it always carries nini patients all through, because through ambulance is a good thing, ndio inasaidia patient nini kwa hiyo haraka, but do you know there are people who are using a disguising kind of thing to be able to do their own dirty things. And the way now I want us to think the way umesema why did they stop the ambulance? Kwa nini walikuwa wanasimamisha ambulance? The ambulance supposed to do what?
It is a right of way.
A right of way.
In fact, in fact, we wafungue kabla afike.
If someone was carrying drugs, let me use drugs. If someone was carrying drugs and he puts the same thing, now to me the same
put if.
Nimesema
if. Kwa quotes,
nimesema if. Nimesema if. Okay, nimesema what if? I don't mean like it was nini. I'm giving an example.
Ndio nasema tumeka quotes.
What if?
Tumeka if quotes, yes.
If an ambulance was carrying drugs and then ichape the same sirens, now the right says ya kwamba you need to stop it. Will you have the drug dealer arrested or it'll go through?
Now these are all I'll answer.
No, in the context to what I've said. I know you want to go
umesema
there.
If. But sasa mimi nataka nikupatie hiyo background information. In all these years I've worked here na niko kwa media, hakuna intel ama tumeitiwa kwamba ambulance imeishikwa imebeba drugs. Na hiyo ndio kitu hata sisi tulienda kutafuta. Je, kumekuwa na news yoyote? No, wait. Has there been any incident that an ambulance has been ferrying drugs, that an ambulance has been maybe ferrying aliens, kuna ambao tunasikia wanatoka Ethiopia nini. No, wait.
It's not about
having the record. No, the record should be there. Lazima kukue.
Angalia, it's not about having the record.
Lazima kukue na intel.
It's not about having the records. You cannot have the records, but those things are happening. Angalia,
unaona, lazima kukue na shauku. Let me use Swahili there. Lazima kungekuwa na shauku.
What if it's happening? What if it's happening na haijawahi shikwa?
Haya, let me give an example. Lazima kukue na tip.
What if imekuwa ikihappen na haijawahi shikwa?
Let's just use this incident, si ndio? Haya, tuseme hiyo hakungoja funguliwe baria Kalemorok, si ndio? Hiyo kupita ni makosa. No, wait, Safari. Wacha nikurudishe.
Let's go kwanza kwa hii.
Safari, wacha nimalize.
Unajua, we are going from the ambulance and then we are going back. Let us finish the ambulance part ya hiyo drug and then tuende hapo hivyo.
Ndio niko nakwambia, wacha turudi hapa. Wacha tuseme alifanya makosa. Let's take this now as makosa. Hii ya Kalemorok. Hii ya Kalemorok ilikuwa nini? Makosa. So ndio wanataka kumshika because kwa nini huku nini? Kwa nini uliruka hiyo baria? Kwa nini ukungoja wakufungulie? Amefika pale aseme haki afisa, niliruka juu mimi nimebeba mgonjwa. Umebeba. So because hiyo kuruka inaweza fanya mtu aseme hii mbio yenye alipita ni drugs amebeba ama ni nini. Si ndio acha tuseme ni hivyo alisema.
Because wezi you don't follow the proper
amefika T-Cno no ametaka kujua huyu kuna mchezo. Vile amepita mbio, let's say kuna mchezo. Umemfikia, ametoa work ticket, amekufungulia huku, kuna nasa hapa, amekuonyesha kila kitu na hiyo you can even call wapi? LCRH na uambiwe. Surely should it take that long?
Okay, let's look at it.
Nimekubali basi ni makosa, sawa. Should it take that long?
Now, should I talk now?
Yeah,
thank you. Now, you've said we've never had a record of such a kind of. It's not only about the ambulances or maybe inaweza kuwa some other public vehicle or something either way. Remember, we are bordering hii border side. Now the most dangerous places ni borders at the borders. Ukienda the side ya Garissa, ukienda Turkana, ukienda hii side zingine, those are the most porous places. Number 2, the work of the police officer is to be able to see clearly. It's not about what anaangalia, what is being presented at, like, so you understand how the terrorists are using even the phones. So if I say I'm giving you this phone, if you give a police officer this phone, to him it's not a phone. To him it's not a phone. There might be a lot of things that are happening in this phone. So the police officer was doing his work. Of course, angesimamisha was about niaje, we have a patient hapa, documents iko hapa, okay, you don't need to check too much about it kwa sababu kuna hiyo nini. Hata sometimes maybe a phone call, niaje kuna patient wai, okay, sawa, it's okay hivyo. Because if we don't become strict in terms of, okay, if we realize even bad people are using the most porous ways, ile porous points kupitisha whatever thing they want to pitisha. Wesa hizi maybe ukipitia Mombasa unajua hapa ni ngumu hivi. Even if someone wants to do something bad even to a country, anaangalia the porous place ni gani. And the work of the police officer has been trained not only to see things the way they appear, but behind to understand what is the reason. How do they look like this? Why do they look like this? That's how the bigger point is. So it's not about the records that we have. The issue is, kulikuwa na patient, alikuwa anapelekwa hospitali. But now, mahali penye aliharibu ni ile Kalemorok.
Na ambayo pale tena bado tunachukulia
sasa unajua ukipiga hiyo
general traffic tena hapo ndo mali ambapo tunawachukulia tena makosa nyingine. Hatujai kuwa na sikiza, hatujai kuwa na incidents za hapa Turkana. No, unajua unaongelea porous ananada pale iko mbali sana.
Angalia
mpaka ya Turkana nini.
It's not about having the records. Angalia the reason why we don't have such a kind of thing is because the police officer are doing whatever thing they do to make sure kwamba hakuna. Because angalia, if one day we find out something has been happening, ni ile hatujawahi shika or we didn't know, people what sizes waneka madawa kwa nini kwa tumbo.
Lazima kukue na intel ndio kitu kama hiyo nini. Safari general traffic makosa ambayo walifanya, hata kama unaendelea kusema nini, an ambulance has a right of way unless ni place kama zile coast wanajua kuna hizo nini, hizo ndio vitu zitaangaliwa. Sikiza, wacha sasa nikwambie, actually wakisikia siren wanafaa afungulie na mbali, hata afai kungoja.
Hapana. Okay.
Skiza.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll have a conclusion because I have a conclusion already.
I don't know.
Niko na conclusion.
I don't know. Okay, I'm also giving my opinion.
Niko na conclusion kwa
I feel it was wrong.
Niko na conclusion kwa wale ambao walienda wakafanya hiyo groundwork na wale walienda waka-investigate. So I have a conclusion from them na nitamalizia nayo ukinipatia muda. But for the time being niko nakwambia it has a right of way na akisikia siren anafaa ifungulie. That is one ambayo unafaa kujua, anafaa ifungulie. 2, nitaleta incident nyingine ambayo nilipata inbox yangu na ambaye pia itafungua mambo. It is going to open a can of worms. Wacha nilete hiyo. No, let me open that.
Hold on, Trisa.
Let me bring that. Let me bring that.
Hold on, Trisa.
Because ni mfano ulio hai.
Ngoja. No. Angalia, listen. Ona, what we are doing here, we are only discussing about that incident. It's not about digging deeper into it. You're digging deeper, that's you. When a journalist, you can go do the investigation, bring it on a documentary, bring it on the...
I got it during that time.
But see, what we are discussing, new issue. Trisa, let's be honest. The reason why there was a time some things ilishikiwa through the border ya Turkana ikiingia, and that's because of the security officers kukua nini. Trisa, nowadays people are using different means enye wanajua ile nyuwezi kudetect kufanya hivyo. Now the issue is to finish I'm talking about it can be a public property.
But tumejaribu kuleta hiyo narrative
now,
sana ya the porous. You are really trying so much
now
to
be on my shoe.
Na hata mimi nitakuleta kwa shoes zako hivyo.
Alafu ukua police officer.
You
are a police officer.
You are a police officer.
Galia, you are a police officer. Ulikuwa umeongea, just give me time. You are a police officer. You are given the mandate to protect the people. And your work is not to see things the way they appear. Your work is to make sure kwamba you investigate na unaangalia mpaka every final. A police officer does not leave kitu kiwa the way they do. That is why even in investigation, before they tell you, give us 2 weeks investigation. Because they want to go mpaka the final detail. Ndio wapate kujua ni nini. Now, let me go to the issue yenye nakwambia ya hiyo. The reason why we are safe and all that is because wako wanaenda into the minor issue ya kuiangalia. If we were like, let the ambulances go, let this one go. No, that someone will say, okay, this is a problem. People nowadays waneka mpaka dawa kwa tumbo and they transport it outside the country. That is a human body. What about gari? In printers itakuwaje? Number 2, jamaa alipiga hiyo siren, haikufunguliwa akachapa kona. Of course itakuwa alert. Something is not, mbona amepita hapa hivi? Maybe was coming, hata kama angesema okay, nobody was there ama nini, could have made, ukuje uchape kona na uende, hata wewe na utakuwa hapana, there's something. Na okay, in my observation, the analysis is the police officer in Kainuk stopping the car was just, but there should be a proper way in Yang approach within a short period of time. That was the mistake he made. Stopping the car was right. Why did you pass the other nini? Because the major reason of us having the roadblocks is because we want to make sure kwamba everything that passes hapo iko safe. Wale watu wanasafiri kwa hiyo gari wako safe and all that. The problem was it took long, maybe in arguments. The arguments, why did you pass? I did this because of this and this and this. It's cool, okay, why did you pass? Tulikuwa na patient that was nari, ilikata kufunguliwa. Okay, where are the documents and nini? And in fact, I think the best way that can be done is also when a patient akikuwa anachukuliwa from hapa hivi. I think the county government vehicles hizo zote na hiyo Ministry of Health itakana yote ikuwe kwa rada ya nini ya the traffic officers in their nini. Wakijua kwamba ni gani inakuja, kuna gari fulani inakuja hivi. Imebeba patient and all the detail so that it doesn't have to get kukua na issues hapa. Okay, at the same time they are protecting. That's their work. That is why they went for a training. That's why we went for the intelligence nini and nini for all of us to be safe. The reason why the reason why I think the other guy stopped was because he wanted to make sure kwamba whatever thing that this nini enye imekuwa ikiapa enye ilifanya ikachapa kona, I want to know what nini ndio iko ndani. So at some point you cannot get angry at that officer. The only problem in your officer alifanya was one, it was because it took long maybe to do that. And the best thing is, should we have a common call enye wanasema ya kwamba the nini are coming sana nitakana kwa drivers before he leaves. Okay, I'm a driver so and so, we are passing through the nini, we have a patient even like okay, I think it happens pia na security na nini and all that, and it works easily so that we have tunajua proper nini napita hapa hivi na nini. And you've seen even some cars wamekuwa na issues ya like hii gari ziko aje, it's you understand all that. So
okay, before we end we get to conclusion with all due respect. Now nataka kukugeuzia Safaris, someone, ile mtu nimekaa na wewe sana, and I know someone that you love so much is your mother.
Yeah.
Now, just, I don't know, you'll close your eyes, amafanya nini, this is your mother, ndiye alikuwa kwa hiyo ambulance.
Yes.
Aipitie hiyo process yote.
Just
go through that process. Uko pale ndani, huyu amepita amenini siren, amefika roadblock ya Kalemngorok, akabend, akanini. So hata wewe ndani hapo utakuwa unasema oh yeah, but at least anaokoa nini, twende. Wanafika Kainuk, anajaribu kujiexplain, sijafanya makosa, ona mgonjwa, this is your mother, wamefungua nini, anajaribu kumuonyesha how. Ebu jaribu tu, let it go through you. How do you feel? Si ule wa wenyewe.
Yeah,
this is your own.
Yeah.
Now, pole pumua and then answer.
Now,
this is your mother.
If
this
that
your
happens,
daughter.
yeah, I'm getting it. Unajua you're pushing it. It's okay. I get it. You don't need to go deeper. Sababu na feel vile unasema. Triza, no one is above the law. Even my mother. My mother just called me. I mean, it's true. And I said, my mother called me, but now I cannot pick because I'm on the show. I just need to concentrate on this. Hata kama ni saa 4 amenicall and late, she doesn't call that. Now let us go. Now
this is tuko kwa patient, hatuko kwa dere. Tuangalie patient.
Nataka Triza. You cannot
ongea tu honestly.
Okay, if you are bringing the law thing, then let us remove the ambulance thing.
Wacha si law hapa iko kwa driver, patient ako na makosa gani?
Okay, tutoe then ambulance hapo.
Sasa
tutoe then ambulance.
Niko nakuuliza no.
Tutoe ambulance hapo because the ambulance angalia
it's because this one is not your relative or someone unanini na yeye. Nimekuletea relative wako, nimekuwekea hapo ndani. How do you feel?
Hapana, it's not about to say relative or nini. Let us work within what we have and explain. Na nimechukua ku understand. But now hapana Triza, the law works for everybody. Hata kama ni mama yangu nataka naende kwa airport apelekwe na ndege, naangalia na hakuna nafasi na
yende alikuwa kwa hiyo ambulance.
Can you give me time then I explain?
Ndio niko nakwambia na hebu ongelea sasa hapo, ni mama yako ndio kwa hiyo ambulance. How do you want it to be done?
As long as
ungetaka wakae
the law works. Hata ukiwa hospitali you cannot go to the hospital and start doing things. There are laws that are working in the hospital. Uwezi enda hata kama unapenda mtoto yako. Just okay, 8 minutes ago. Hata kama unapenda mama yako ama mtoto yako, there is no way utaingia kwa hospitali just like that. They give you time. Kwanza saa fulani mpaka saa fulani you go see the kid. Hata kama ni mtoto yako, hata kama ni mama yako. So the law works everywhere and the law works to protect everybody. And when we stick with the law, maaskari wako na law yao, si ndio? Rules yao. Hospitali wako na rules yao.
And the ambulance knows that they have the right of way ya kupitia left ama right, hata ingezana kupuruka wangepuruka.
Makosa alipitia the wrong nini. Kama angesimama ya kwanza alafu explain, the other things would not occurred. So let us be real. Everything works within the law.
Now, let me make
it was wrong taking long.
Because umeruka hiyo story. Let me add you something else. Now, when I was saying this to someone, I'm like, Triza, I've seen you, nini, you've posted this and this and this, yani, nasikia akwa meiona, nini, no, that was so wrong, nini, alafu baadaye, anasema, huyu askari unajua, hata anafaa angefungwa, hata hiyo kazi ishe, and then wakati anambia nionyeshe, wakati namuonyeshe hivi na anashtuka, hey, this is my kazi. So, anaanza kufeel remorseful because amekuwa wake. So, mimi nikamwambia hivi, now, unaona vile umesikia hivyo, sasa huyu na hii ni kitu I'll say. Kamera yangu ni hii. Wacha nimwambie. One day you'll do that. And then yule ambaye atakuwa mbeba pale atakuwa ni relative wako ama ni mtoto wako alikuwa anaokolewa. And you know how it will pinch. I'm talking to the police officers. You'll make that mistake and this one will be your relative.
Triza,
niko naongelesha the police officers.
Sawa.
You'll make that mistake. Ama utafanya hivyo na hii ikuwe ni familia yako. And it will be so unfortunate. Because the family itakuwa inakublame, oh kumbe yani ni wewe.
The reason
ndio niko nasema tu nini, and I'll give you a conclusion what is there. Haikuenda bure whatever I did. Ama hiyo the defense, your human right defense, haikuenda bure. No one, now let me tell you, there's a conclusion that came out of this. No one will ever go through that again. Mwambie atawajaribu. It will never happen. in Turkana County. Ambulance hitaisimamishwa. And that's what we were told na tulihakikishiwa. Hitawai. And it is because tulisimama na ukweli. Hakuna mtu mwingine atafanyiwa hivyo. Let me now conclude because hatutamaliza. No one will ever go through that, na hiyo tulihakikishiwa. An ambulance has the right of way. County Commissioner pale na nini huko wengine yote waliongea wakasema hakujai kuwa na any doubt ya kufanya ambulance za Turkana zisimamishwe. It has a right of way. Na wakakubali hiyo ilikuwa flexing muscles ya kutaka tukuonyesha we ni nani. Unaona, ilikuwa hivyo na haitai happen again. The security apparatus wote waliomba msamaha to the media na wakasema they're not doing that because in the media fraternity, but tu kwa mgonjwa yote yule. That was humiliation, that was bad. Every minute count. Na wanashukuru ya kwamba kuna kitu mbaya ilimfanyikia mpaka akafika usi, because if ingekuwa otherwise before afike, wanasema kwa ambulance 1 minute anafaa kuwa amekimbia muda fulani. Kuna ile ambayo imekuwa 3 minutes anafaa kuwa ameenda speed fulani. So kuna ile nini yenye imekuwa imecount. So tuliambiwa sisi wa health mwenyewe pia EPM kuna ile nini wameandikiana na the security apparatus waambiwe all the barriers zenye zikwe nini accounted for, na kuna barua imetuma just in case wamesahau that an ambulance has a right of way. Just in case wamesahau. Just in case they've forgotten.
We are running out of time. 3 minutes. Teresa waited for the punchline to end, so she's ended the nini. So we have already got it done with the nini. We still have so many questions, but I think out of time we are going to leave. Teresa, I think we are going to organize another show. You think you're going to organize another one?
Yeah.
Because I would want to have more engagement, liberal engagement, especially on social issues. Now, I think mambo ya there's a topic we had the other day about divorce, mambo ya child how do you call it? Child
protection.
Child care. I get confused between child care and child upkeep or something. So child care, we're going to have a child care peer kind of conference. So we're going to arrange because next week again we still have so many nini. From tomorrow it's going to be so busy with the Bonglore thing. So we're going to organize and then we have you on board. Thank you so much. It's been nice being with you. I just knew. The other side of Teresa that the beginning of Teresa is not the Teresa. This is now the Teresa. The emotion to me najua because I wondered Kwani what happened. This is it because we used to have discussion until we cannot finish the meeting. I'm going to put a parting shot as we wind up. Remember, this program is sponsored by Dew Rides, one of the best car clubs in Turkana, Lodwa. So if you want to, watakuwa na kupostia nini zao, all their details, and then from there we can call them. They'll come pick you wherever place you are and drop you. At a very convenient price. It's a very wonderful package. They give you with a good package, a very nice package. And also on the same, they are like a VIP. Ukiingia kwa hiyo gari una feel kabisa uko you're in a good place. Give us a parting shot, Teresa. Thank you. We cannot get done here.
Okay. Thanks. But we expect that there will be more feedbacks from our people. And what maybe I'll just say for
usitumie hii saizi ya nini ya ambulance.
Mbona umeniniko? Basi wacha nikaribisha watu wa Bonglore.
Okay, nikaribisha watu wa Bonglore.
Rudini, come back home. But let me just say something because I'm a human rights defender. Any plight, when you get a chance just to defend someone because of justice and all that, do not hold back. We can disagree
manini
to
activist.
Yeah. Usi hold back. Hata kama umeamua kutetea animals,
go for it.
Umeamua kutetea miti kama Trufena Mdoni. Yes, hug hizo miti.
Nataka kutetea nyashi.
Tetea. See, that is your nini.
You getting it? Naseki is laughing huko.
Unataka kutetea ni religion yako. Haikufa nayo. But as long as you see nini, see, yani,
Don't use
what,
it,
what,
you know.
let me say this. You have your rights. I have my rights. By the end, you're parting short poor. You have your rights, I have my rights.
Yeah.
Your rights ends where my right starts.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. It's been a very wonderful conversation. Though, I don't know how it has happened in Asia. The other time to me it was long, but this one has been so short. It's because the conversation has been so engaging, and I'm so much grateful for your time and for giving us this opportunity. So Triza has been one of the most inspiring person, not only to me, but also to other people across. I think majority of the guys who have passed through hands are doing amazing. Ken Simiyu, I know. Wako hapo hivyo. So to all our followers and you want to follow on the page, I want to say thank you. Nelly Lucho, she's outside the country. Thank you so much. You've been one of them. Mtu mwenye unakuanga so strong sana kwa nini. And some other people. So we'll just be mentioning one or two as we keep on going. So thank you so much. Been wonderful being with you. The show has been so amazing. So next Sunday we are going to have a great one again, but we have a surprise for you on that Sunday. But kuanzia kesho we might be stepping in one or two kukupatia views on what's happening on Tobongorore. Maybe tutakuwa tunakupatia live what is happening, or maybe we can decide to do things differently. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for being part of this amazing podcast show. My name is Prince Ofari, and have a good night. Bye.